It was about time. Finally, we're switching back to the heroes. I was sick and tired of seeing the villains and all of their despair and just showing just how much more powerful they are and that they're going to win. So we are setting up the My Hero Academia again. Boku no Hero Academia chapter 241. And this is the Angry Fan, the Despair Reviewer. And I once again have to say, why do people love Bakugo? Oh, he never changes. This chapter is practically to tell everyone that he will never change. And yet people still like him, maybe because of it. Yes, he will never change, he's a jerk and is lower than the filth on any boot. But he is still the best candidate for heroes ever. So someone who doesn't follow that protocol can, in a way, be unique. Maybe that is why people love him. But I, for one, just hate him. And it's so much that we see just how much... The fact that he's not even doing that and that. The Angry Anime Fan, the Despair Reviewer, here to bring you this chapter. And it turns out that he and Shoto are being interviewed. But of course, while Shoto is treating this very politely, Bakugo is not. And it actually turns out that he was so bad that the interviewers practically cut off Bakugo and only had Todoroki in the view because, well, he was just that much of a jerk. And apparently it was, they had to do this 3 times. I mean, Bakugo, don't you realize you have an attitude problem? So either way, it's that, and they're even pointing out that he got a good reputation after the incident, but now everything is going to waste. And we're also, the young kids are also hearing about the incident that we know belonged to the Villain Alliance, but that's not before. Actually, it's been a sad 9 days has passed. And of course the public has been affected pretty differently of all this thing. As we all know, the Dika citizens are all loyal members of the Liberation Army. So what they're saying here is actually misunderstanding. They're saying that one is saying that it's foolish to place any blame on the saviors of Dika. What we should dispute is the unreality of the current system. That is basically saying that we should not have freedom of it all. Another one is saying, I can't blame Dika's pro-heroes for what happened. All I have to say is people calling for investigation is this hindsight is 2020. Basically saying that you don't know the truth of what is really happening in this world. And that the pro-heroes were not accepting this. Another thing that I think heroes should do a better job. We're rooting for them though. That is basically saying that they are not rooting for them. They don't think they can do a better job. Unfortunately, no one can see through these lies because they're just that convincing. Therefore, as we know that they're lying, but unfortunately, not even a hero critic, Ario Crisis, can find out things. In fact, people just saying that the attacks and criticism towards heroes have now transitioned to the word of encouragement. In a way, that is the opposite of what the Dika citizens are trying to do. But that is what is happening. And then Mount Lady appears in an odd position, also with her ass first by, mind you. It's a pretty nice, sexy pose of it all. And she suddenly enters as a guest speaker, saying that she is actually going to be here, that for media exposure. In a way, though, I have to criticize that. I mean, everything in life is about appearing to be what you want to be, so it makes sense. But I think this is another reason why people like Bakugo. Bakugo is always just who he is. He doesn't want to follow a system. In a way, you could say that maybe he is the only real liberated person of his class. He follows what he wants. So maybe when Ridestro sees Bakugo, maybe he's gonna decide to follow Bakugo instead, because Bakugo is just that free. Well, who cares? Either way, first off, they're interviewing Shoto, Todoroki, who is doing things very slow. Also showing a new... it's actually revealed that this interview is actually meant to show them their special moves and what they're doing. But why do I have a sneaking suspicion that is not gonna be something good? The more the young heroes expose their powers on the media, the more the villain alliance are gonna use that and identify them. I think this is a ploy. Either way, he has a new Heavenly Ice-Bearing one and also Flashfire Fist, but he's saying that he doesn't compare to his father. And it's actually revealed that Mount Lady is very investigated in this. Well, she is a media attention whore or something like that. However, according to Eraser, she has changed, because now everyone are being pulled along by the #1 hero. Is that meant to say that Endeavor is actually, well, encouraging people to change, to get better, or just to do everything else? Well, who knows, really. Either way, everyone is interviewed. It is, though, one picture in this interview here that is actually interesting. It is, no, don't get me wrong, it is not interesting per se. It is, however, a note where I have to say, is that a coincidence, or is he really? What is that? Well, it's when Denki is being interviewed, he's doing this. And we all know who else have done that. Read Deathstroke and the Liberation Army. So what I'm trying to say is this Denki just being Denki? Or is he a secret sympathizer of the Liberation Army? Oh God, I hope not. He's supposed to be the heart. Or is he meant to represent the guy who infiltrated a UA in order to find out everything and then suddenly had to change your heart because of UA and the heroes he met? Or is he just that stupid that he may actually have seen this move and then decided to copy it? I don't know. But given to the fact that the last time we saw this, then we have to take that for granted. Then it's Bakugo's turn, and he's just saying, just shut up and follow me. In a way, though, as Mount Ladies say, is that, well, you're a bit better when you're alone. I guess you don't get along with anyone. So it is just that... it's just that he is giving the Endeavor speech. Just shut up and follow me. Either way, then it's Deku's turn, and it turns out he has stage fright and cannot do anything else. Then they also revealing the Black Whip situation, and Deku in his mind think is of it that it's many locks, and he's slowly opening it. And then it turns out he's merely summoning he can now summon a very small piece of it, but it's hardly anything else. But things... I don't know what this new arc is gonna tell us, but I do know that despair is getting stronger. This was very worrying to me, but I do hope it's a coincidence. All Might, on the other hand, while getting thinner and overworking himself, is actually saying that created a generation of successor quirks, notes for young Midoriya, Fight Campos. It's I'm not exactly sure what that is meant to be, but according to the principal, they're going to restart the internships now. Are they really? Given everything that the villains have been creating, I have a feeling this internship is not gonna be as easy as thing. But if it's gonna be the internship, who's gonna be the follower this time? Todoroki and Bakugo was basically the first one that appears back into this place, so maybe we're gonna follow them. They were also on the cover page together with Deku, so maybe we're gonna follow these three this time. In a way, they are the unstoppable trio. I mean, Todoroki has the strongest quirk, Bakugo has the strongest potential, and Deku has the strongest mind. Although technically Bakugo seems to rival him in that way. So it's just that these three together, I think they can take down a lot of dangerous villains. The only problem is that Todoroki's quirk is not meant to work together. Bakugo refuses to work together, especially with Todoroki and Deku. And Deku wants to work together, but he can just not control his powers too much. So are we gonna follow these three in this internship? And who is gonna be the intern in what intern? I don't know, but I am worried. Again, that Denki picture, is that just a coincidence? I would be very heartbroken if it turns out that he is a mole. So give me your thoughts if you have any.